Alright guys, just Ted here. I'm just going to do this quick video to show you something that I've recently bought. I went to the Doncaster Reptile show, or expo, whatever it is you want to call it. And I'm just going to show you how I quickly set up the setup first and see if you can guess what it is whilst I'm showing you what I was doing. But this is only a temporary setup. As you can see, there's all the clay balls that I've just put in there. You put the clay balls in, it acts as a filtration system for the water, so all the water's in there, flowing around and what have you, and it keeps the water separate from your soils and stuff. And then what I like to do is use warm water, and I just top it up, just so it's at the top level of the clay balls. And then after that, what I like to do is, I just try and level off the best that I can a little bit. I mean, you don't have to do this, but I do it anyway, just for the sake of it. And once you've done this, you want to get your cocoa block. You probably should do this beforehand, really, just give it time to soak. Get your cocoa block, or whatever it is you want to use. Soak it, that's what it looks like, it's just a block of hard powder, and then when you wet it, it flakes up and goes damp, like soil. So what you do is get that, put it in a bucket, let it soak for a bit, and then mix it together with a bit of compost. So it might be worth noting, if you don't know about cocoa fibre, it does expand from a block. When you wet it, it more than doubles in size. So yeah, again, just give it a good mix, make sure it's all nice and damp and mixed together well. And then before you scoop it out and put it in your viv, one thing you need to remember first is your sheet. This separates the soil from the water and the filtration. You can use any kind of sheet. From people use like the door mesh stuff to stop flies getting in, or I've been using this tram stuff because it's cheap. At least I think it's called tram, ground sheet that you use for plants. So put that in there, make sure all the corners are covered, make sure it's all nice and spread out evenly, the best that you can. And now that you've done that, it's time for the fun part, chucking your substrate in there. And I will say that I would usually mix moss in with this, like live moss stuff, but I forgot to do that, so I'll do that afterwards. So you chuck your substrate in, try and get a nice even spread just so it looks a bit nicer for yourself. And then what I like to do is, once I've done that, I mix a bit of well, don't mix it in, I just sprinkle it on top, a bit of powder from the Crested Gecko food, Crested Gecko diet. Sprinkle a bit of that on top, just for the clean up crew, so they've got something to eat. For the springtails and the isopods and things like that, so you can have some food for when I put them in there. And I like to make full use of what I've already got, especially for being a temporary setup. So I've got this bit of cork bark stuff here, little tunnel hide thing. But what I'm going to do here is, I'm just going to get a knife and cut it up into pieces. So once you've got these all chopped up into smaller pieces, some bigger pieces and different stuff, like this gives you little hides for the isopods and stuff like that, so that they and hide away so they don't get ate. So now what I'm doing here is I'm just putting in my springtails, trying to make sure I get them all off the lid and stuff like that. And I get my box, the springtails, and just tipping it in there. Put them in, then I give it a spread around because you don't want a big heap in the middle. So I'll just spread them around a bit.
Remember to get it inside of the crevices. Anything that's going to be open, unless you want to expose through, you need to get your mix.
So now I've done that, I'm going to go back to my other bioactive setup and take out some isopods.
Now what we're going to do is we're just going to push it down. We're just going to push on it.
So for what I'm putting in there, I'm not going to put a large amount in as of yet, just a few. I'm going to put some dairy cows in, some orange ones, can't remember the names of them ones, some got some micro ones there, some mini ones, whatever you want to call them, can't remember the name of them ones either. I've also got some tropical greys that I'm going to be putting in there.
Now I had a little bit of my gorilla glue come through the cord part that I wasn't anticipating. But everything is it peels off pretty good.
And then this cork bark that we already cut up earlier, just start dumping them in there for them to hide.
The more of it will get off. It'll come with time. So it's not a big deal, but I might not do it all off today. Now I could have avoided that if I would have been thinking. If I could have put my substrate on before I put the rocks, and then it was substrate, it would have stuck everywhere with the gorilla glue come through, but really, it doesn't look that bad. What you can see now is that down below, I've got a lot of my substrate that was on the back is now falling down here. And this might not be as much as I want in here. I'm actually going to want to fill it up pretty much to the lip. So I'm going to go back to my original bucket.
So now the isopods are in there, the springtails are in there, the cork bark's in there, the substrate's in there. It's time for a water bowl. So there's the water bowl in. Now we've got this weird looking hide thing. Can't remember what it was off, but I thought it looked cool, so I put it in there. And because, as you can see, I've got a whole bunch of these cages for the heat bulbs, so I'm just going to go in there, dump one of these inside, just so the animals I'm putting in there have got something to climb on. And usually I'll put in live plants, but just for now I'm putting in these fake ones, just because I currently don't have any live plants to put in there. And I forgot to buy some at the expo, so put these fake plants which look okay, they look kind of nice. I'm going to put them in there instead of live plants. So I put plenty in there, so the animals that I've got that I'm putting in here will have plenty of places to hide and climb and move around, so it makes them feel safe. And just like I said at the beginning of the video, I forgot this is the live moss stuff that I use. I've got this, so because I forgot to mix it in, I'm just going to put it on top, spread it about and sprinkle it about. and mix it in a little bit just on the front of the viv. Almost forgot for a second there. Can't forget to put the water in. And then I decided maybe the water bowl was a bit too deep for what I'm putting in there, just for now. So I tipped it a little bit out just so there's just enough for them to sit inside of it. If you haven't done so yet, quickly comment down below what you think the animal is that's going on here, because I'm about to show you now. So, did you manage to guess right? The answer is, of course, White's tree frogs is what I'm putting in here. I've got two, and they're both snowflake morphs, apparently.